Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today to the Dida Show on Radio Free Brooklyn. I'm very excited to have legend Kenny Wollesen here with me. Kenny is my favorite drummer in the world, and a few years ago, I started harassing him in text messages, hoping he will play a gig with me, and I was very lucky he said yes, and it was my favorite gig ever. And I remember after the gig, you sent me a lovely text of how much you had a great time. And it was just the start of playing so many shows and recording an album. And I'm so happy you're in my life. And I'm a huge fan of your playing. So without further ado, hello, Kenny Wollesen. Woo!
Oh, so fun.
Thank you for coming.
I'm so happy you're in my life.
Yeah, wow.
You're forever in my life.
Totally.
Such a beautiful way.
So Kenny, because we play together and we kind of like never had like a date, it was also like always like playing. We talk, but about like things on the gig, things about life. We're never like, we're organizedly saying things. So like, I don't know, you're from California, right?
I grew up in California. I grew up in Santa Cruz, California.
Really?
Santa Cruz, California is a it's a surfing town.
Yeah.
On the coast.
Wow. Do you surf?
No.
Never?
Never. Except in Hawaii.
Wow. Okay, so you grew up there and you were like always into drums?
Yes.
Really? Since like you were like 2?
No. I started playing drums in 4th grade, and there was lots of really good music. All my friends were musicians.
Wait, I think there's a problem.
Yeah?
With your mic. If you haven't heard, Kenny said hello and that he's so happy to be here and that we're in each other's lives forever. And now we're talking about Kenny being from LA.
Not LA.
No, Santa Cruz.
No, Santa Cruz is different than LA.
Okay, it's very different.
Yeah.
And you started playing drums at 4th grade. What happened then?
Well, all my friends were musicians.
Really?
So
at 4th
grade? Yeah. My best friend was this guy named Donnie McCaslin.
Oh, yeah. I know Donnie.
An amazing saxophone.
Yeah.
And so we were just hung out all the time. And we started our own band. And, there were a lot of good there's a lot of good music in Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of good music education. There was good teachers. And, it was a little scene. And Donnie's dad was he was kind of like he was like the king of Santa Cruz. And he had this gig in Santa Cruz at this bar 6 days a week, from noon to 6.
Wow. What did his dad play?
His dad played vibraphone and piano. And his band was called Warmth. And they played, it was like a famous band. And they played in this place, every day.
Wow.
And he did gigs at night after that. But yeah, so we were all kind of part of that scene. And we hung out in that kind of world.
Wow.
And all the musicians that were part of Warmth and all the musicians that were part of Donnie's dad's kind of world. And then we were... Yeah, that was a fun little scene.
Wow. And what was the music that was played?
All kinds of music, whatever.
Yeah.
Everything, It was, Donnie's dad is really into jazz. So he was playing a lot of Bill Evans. He was really into Bill Evans and he was really into Cal Jader. Yeah. And so, but, he had he played all kinds of music, and he was a kind of like a professional musician all his life. So he played anything. And his band Warmth had singers, and it was like people would come and sit in, and people famous would come and sit in. And it was just kind of like this, it was a scene, it was like a real scene.
Do you feel like you learned how to play, but also how to create a scene there? Because I feel like, except of being an amazing drummer, you're really good at putting together something and making it a party.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to make it a party. Yeah.
That's good.
But yeah, that was so also this is another thing because Donnie McCaslin's father, Don McCaslin.
Yeah.
He also put on these theater things. They were called bebop operas.
Yeah.
And he basically did these operas that was that he had a house band and he was doing these big subject operas.
Yeah.
And they were very theatrical, and like it was a little, very theatrical, and it was like a really cool scene. And so I was part of that world too. So it was like more than just music and jams. There was like these theatrical kind of productions.
Yeah, which is also something you like to do.
I love it. Yeah, it's so fun. So fun.
We'll get to it in a second. The one you're now focused on, which is the coolest show ever. And I'm very happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah, I mean, you want to tell us what it is?
Well, I'm the part of this thing is like this. I found basically the very, very short story is I found some of my grandmother's music that was long thought lost. And
how did you find it?
Well, that's part of the longer story, but I found it because she all the music was thought lost for decades.
Yeah.
And you don't know this story?
I don't know where you found it, like charts.
Really? Oh
yeah.
My gosh. Okay, so I got to tell you this then. You need to know it.
I need to know.
Oh my gosh. So, she died. My grandmother died in 1950.
Yeah.
Before I was born.
Yeah.
So she wrote letters to a son in 1944.
Yeah.
Who was studying to become a Jesuit priest. Wow. And, she was, writing letters, and like, and every once in a while when she wrote the letters, she would send a song, because in hopes that maybe somebody at the Jesuit seminary, some of the priests would like play her music,
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the Jesuits?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a known thing?
It's a known thing, yeah.
Okay.
It's a kind of thing, and it's like, it's a priests. They're priests, but they're more like teacher priests, they're teacher monk priests.
Yeah.
And anyway, so she sent these charts, in the letters.
Along with the letter. Okay,
Along with the letters. She dies. All her music gets destroyed. But my uncle, the son, he died, fairly recently. And like when they found all, they went through his belongings, they found a stack of letters. Inside the stack of letters was some like 30 charts. 30
wow.
charts. Yeah. 30 charts.
His like kids found it?
No, it was just like I think it was the sister found it, and she took it and she gave it to my father, and my father gave it to me.
Wow.
So the irony is, though, the weird irony of this whole story, part of the irony is that my father was the one that burned all the music in the first place.
Wow.
In 1950.
Why?
Well, that's also part of the longer story. But
yeah.
Like, they were living in poverty, and my father was a young guy. He was barely a man. He was a boy, and like, it was the Depression, and it was war, and it was like, it was hard times.
Yeah.
So I think there was just like, it was my most. I don't really know the answer to the story, but why he burned all the music and all her paintings.
Wow.
But I suspect that a generous way to think about it would be to think that, he was just a kid and he didn't know any better. And he's just like, he wanted to move on with his life. His mother just died, and he had a car.
Yeah.
And he wanted to get the fuck out of town. Oh, I can't swear.
Yeah, you can curse.
He joined the army after that.
Really? Wow.
To get out of poverty.
Yeah. Okay, so then you find these charts. He gives it to you like recently.
Well, it wasn't so recently, but like, my father's dead now, so everybody's dead now. And so like, I got these charts from my father very unceremoniously, because he just hand them to me in like a very, tattered old UPS envelope. It's like, hey, you might like these things,
All right.
So I took it, and it took me a while to like really sink my teeth into like what's going on here.
Yeah.
And because there was a lot of stigma about my grandmother, and like also I didn't know anything about my grandmother because my father never talked about it, obviously. Because, and I didn't really grow up with my father, so.
Right.
So my grandmother was a big mystery.
Yeah. So then you don't know anything about her, and you find the music she wrote.
Yeah.
And then you try to read the charts.
Yeah. Then I figured out the charts, figured out what she was, I figured out what the notes were, and I figured out what the chords were, and I put the pieces together, and I realized that the songs were really good.
Yeah.
I realized they were really, really good songs, and then I was a little bit confused about the lyrics that she wrote, because, when you read a poem like in silence, it's different than reading a poem like when you say it.
Yeah.
And so especially like when you're a singer, like singing a song is just a totally different experience than reading the lyrics of a song.
Right.
And it seems so obvious, but like it really blew my mind that when the song was sung and really came alive.
Yeah.
It was such a beautiful. It's so great. I love the music, and it really came alive.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's really cool how that happened. And once I kind of discovered that, I'm just been obsessed ever since
with the whole music of your grandma and the project.
Yeah.
Let's tell people that we had a few great shows. You had some without also me, with different people, but there was like a show at the Stone, right?
We did. The very first show was
the Williamsburg thing.
The Williamsburg thing at the Williamsburg Arts Center.
Yeah.
And that was really the first time where, and I think it was after we recorded, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
We recorded.
A few months after.
So, yeah.
It was such a fun show.
So once I realized that...
what's happening with the record?
Oh, the record's coming out soon.
Really? When?
Very soon. Like, really soon.
Like, what date?
No. But
okay.
I would say... there's going to be a vinyl. So that vinyl's going to come out in maybe the summertime.
Yeah.
But the digital stuff will come out hopefully in a couple of weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's exciting. What's the first song?
Your song.
What?
Yeah. Wyoming Spring.
Love that song.
Oh.
I mean, I love all the songs, and the songs that I'm singing, good. I really enjoyed.
You sound so good.
Wow. Wyoming Spring. It's like the disco one.
It's the disco one.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I can't wait to hear it.
I love it
Mixed.
so much. And that was the thing. It's like when I heard you sing that song, it's like it really came alive. It really it turned into something completely other than what I could have even dreamed or imagined. And the way we did that song was really like I have a memory of it. It just like came together really like quick and bam. We captured this kind of lightning in a bottle, and it's really, really cool to see that how that magic happened of like the lyrics coming alive, and like the song and the melody, and it felt it was like the very first time anybody had ever experienced it.
Also us, which I love, that no rehearsals.
Yeah, no rehearsals, and it was a beautiful recording session.
It really was
amazing.
I cannot wait to hear the final thing.
That's why it sounds so good. It was a very great recording session.
Yeah, you brought all the best people, and
it was really for me, I remember it just being really like quick and like wow, we got the song. It's
and
done.
You made really good arrangements. Everything was like
it's so good,
seeming hard, but then when we played it, it made sense.
It made sense.
Yeah.
Well, the songs themselves are like a little bit. I find them to be there's some weird little tricks to the song, or weird parts of the song, or maybe like a weird note or a weird chord, or like a different kind of bar line or something like that. It's funny.
How's your family responding to this?
Well, it's interesting because the only people that are left are my grandchildren. Or Rose's grandchildren.
Yeah.
And so my own family, one of my brothers had no clue about any of this stuff, and he had just no clue.
Yeah.
And one brother I've been telling him about, and he knows a lot about what's going on. And my other sister, I told her about it too, but she's kind of like in a way, I think she just doesn't want to like know about it. She just wants to like, that's the past, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have two half siblings, a half brother and a half sister. Because my father, you know, he left and married another woman, another family in Singapore, and he had 2 kids with that woman. And I called them up, you know, because I don't talk to them. You know, I don't really talk to them. You know, we haven't talked in like 10 decades. You know, and you know, nothing. Not that it's not unfriendly. It's just you know, it's just
they live
another
in Singapore.
World. Yeah, it's like the whole thing. But now I called them, you know, before the show in the Stone.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, I'm doing this show at the Stone. You know, I'd love for you to come and see this. It's your grandmother. Yeah. You know, it's your grandmother's stuff. And like, you know, we have playing 4 nights and you'll be VIP. I'll hook you up. And, you know, I want to invite you, you know. And so they wrote back like literally 10 minutes later and was like, we got our tickets. We're coming.
Really?
And they came to the show at the Stone. And it was just super amazing.
Yeah.
And you know, they had no idea, no clue. Like it was like, this was like, they had no idea.
Yeah. That's so cool.
And it was fun to hang out with them and just to bond over this thing. And now we're friends. And, you know, now we're talking more and like.
That's amazing.
It was really beautiful, actually.
Should we listen to the one song you already have out?
Yeah, let's listen to it.
Okay, Moon Swing. So that's the first song you put out before the record.
Yeah, it's the very first thing I did. And it was with Sammy Stevens before.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, it was just a tryout. We were just trying this thing out. So it's just me and Sammy, basically.
Perfect. Let's hear it. Sammy was on the show a few weeks ago.
Amazing.
Honey, say hey.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rose Thorn.
Rose Thorn.
Super fun.
Amazing. It's so cool that you're bringing all this music to life.
It's really amazing.
Yeah.
You're like we're doing it together, and I'm really so happy.
Yeah.
Of just what we did.
Yeah.
Together, making this music and making it come really literally coming to life 100 years later. You know?
Yeah.
You know.
So. Yes. You know something? I once had a project a few years ago that I was finding these women that had like maybe one record out or maybe never had a record, and someone recorded some demos and I was like arranging their songs and playing it and telling their story. So it's kind of maybe I should add a song by Rose Thorn.
Well,
she's the most lost of all of them. She never even recorded one song.
Yeah, there's nothing recorded. But check this out. This is a hot flash.
Yeah.
Okay. I just yesterday, I've been in touch with the Library of Congress.
Yeah.
In I like literally just kind of like a really quick like email like, hey, do you know anything about my grandmother Rose Thorn? Blah.
Yeah.
And this woman wrote back, and she turns out she found 4 new Rose Thorn songs
really?
that I don't have. So I found 4 new songs.
Insane. She sent it to you?
She faxed it, because I'm an heir.
Yeah.
I think you have to, go through some kind of, bureaucracy. But since I was an heir and it was only 4 songs, she scanned them in and sent me the charts. So I got 4 new
Crazy.
Rose Thorn
Did you
charts.
try them out already?
They're amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's like finding gold. So it's like it kind of also thickens the whole plot.
Yeah.
One of the songs is written with her daughter.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because it's her name is on the credits. As a
crazy. What is it called?
That song is called "A Holiday for Two."
Wow. So good.
Right?
I can't wait to hear it.
Let's record it.
Yeah. Okay, so the album is coming soon, and more shows and like productions. Yeah, like theatrical shows.
Yeah, the current dreamscape and dream plan is to like do a radio show, like
really?
Like a radio drama with like actors and music and Foley, like sound effects.
Yeah.
And different kind of things to tell the story of Rose Thorn, because like
an ongoing radio show or like an episode,
just like a series, like a series. But then beyond that, I also want to do some like live shows that are more theatrically, use more of the theatrical elements of, lights and props and like environments and.
Wow.
So like in a bigger show, like in a bigger, like a proscenium type theater.
Yeah.
Make it, create an environment. Almost,
Yeah.
So
can't wait.
Yeah. April. I'm shooting for 2027 April.
Really?
So I don't know what your schedule is, but you should.
I'll put it in my calendar.
Just put a big question mark.
Where will it be, or you don't know?
I'm thinking about doing it at this place, Abrams Arts Center, the Henry Street Settlement. You know that theater there?
No.
The Playhouse Theater? Well, it's it's an old-timey theater.
Yeah.
It's from the 30s. So it looks like an old place.
Yeah.
It is an old place. I mean, it's an old place.
Wow.
So it has that vibe. It has the vibe that I'm thinking about,
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back.
Yeah.
So you're living in Santa Cruz, playing with Donnie McCaslin and his dad and the whole scene there.
Yeah.
What made you move to New York?
Music.
You're like 19 or something, and you're like, the best musicians are in New York. I want to go and see what's up.
Yeah.
Who was here? Like, who were you into?
When I was in New York?
When you just came here, like, who were the people that you were like, wow, I got to go see them play?
Well, everybody, like Art Blakey and, Max Roach and Elvin Jones and...
What? What year was that?
Well, that was like 1986, I guess.
Wow. So you went to see them play? Where were they playing?
At all, funky clubs, there was a lot of Sweet Basils. And there's these clubs that I can't remember the names of. I think they were just clubs that lasted a little second, you know.
And they were like they were around. You can like take a lesson with them or like hang out.
I mean, you could hang out. Yeah. I mean, I ended up meeting, one of my big drum inspirations. This guy named Jerome Cooper. You know Jerome Cooper?
No.
Jerome Cooper is like when I saw him play in New York, at Roulette.
Yeah.
Roulette was a small little place in Tribeca back then.
Yeah.
And it just blew my mind. I never even could even grasp what he was doing, and he's just a really special musician. So I asked him for lessons, and he gave me some lessons. So we hung out, and I don't know if he's ever had much with students, but he was, he was a big inspiration.
Yeah.
Jerome was a big inspiration. Yeah.
Wow. Who was he playing with?
Well, at that time, he was only doing solo drum concerts.
Really?
Yeah, it was just him.
Yeah.
And, but he played a lot, he's from Chicago.
Yeah.
And he came and he has some famous records with Cecil Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And he had this band called the Revolutionary Ensemble with Leroy Jenkins and Cerrone.
Okay.
And, he was an amazing drummer. I mean, he's just a really, really amazing drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really special, super special. And that was big inspiration.
Yeah.
It was big.
Okay. And then who were the first people you started playing with?
Well, the very first person was this guy, Stomo Takeshi. You know him?
No.
He's a great bass player.
Yeah.
He played with, it's with Henry Threadgill. But I wasn't playing. When I first came to New York, I wasn't playing. So nobody.
Yeah. How did you start playing?
Yeah. It took a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you work different jobs and stuff?
Yeah. My first job. I had a couple jobs.
Yeah.
I worked in a health food store.
Really?
And then I was the elevator operator at the Radio City Music Hall.
Really?
I didn't tell you this?
No.
Oh.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was the elevator operator for the Rockettes.
Wow.
And that was basically inspired me to never, ever, ever work a day job ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were hungry to start playing music and making it the main thing?
Yes.
Who was the first person that called you and you started working more as a drummer? You remember that?
In those early days, there was nobody calling.
But a few years after?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, Bill called me out of the blue.
Really?
Just
Bill Frisell?
Yeah.
How did he know about you?
Well, I've been playing. He's seen me play before,
Yeah.
The here and there.
And then he just called you hey, Kenny, will you do this gig?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where was the gig?
Well, the gig actually was in Paris.
Really?
At this, the Philharmonic Hall.
Wow. And it was you, Bill, and Tony?
It was Bill, me, and Greg Leese, and David Pilch on bass.
Okay.
Yeah.
And since then, you started playing a lot together?
And then we just kept on playing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. When you weren't here yet, I played 2 songs from your Bill records that you're on.
I've been playing with Bill for 30 plus years.
That's crazy.
And we've done thousands and thousands of gigs together. And it's really super nice.
Yeah.
Super
So after
nice.
you started playing with Bill, you started just getting called to do other gigs too?
Yeah. Yeah. Then at that around, I had been in some bands, I had my own band.
Yeah. How did you meet Tony?
I met him on one of those horsey ride things that in front of grocery stores sometimes, where you put 25 cents in and the horse goes back and forth. Have you seen that before?
I don't know, but really?
Little horsey, it's for children.
Yeah, but that's where you met Tony?
Tony was on the horse, yeah. In the middle of the coldest day of the year.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
And what made you talk?
Well, You look like a real interesting guy.
Yeah. So you started talking outside of the grocery store?
Yes.
You're joking.
No, I'm not.
Really? And then you realized you're both musicians?
We knew each other as musicians, yeah. I've seen him play before.
Yeah. And then you started playing together too?
Then we just started playing together, yeah. And then so we played in this band, Sexmob.
Right.
That was an early band. So, that band's been together for 35 years too.
Yeah. You never had hard times, you and Tony?
Hard times?
Yeah. Like you're just together for years playing music? I mean, it sounds like you're together, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You just have a long friendship and collaborative thing?
So
wow.
I love Tony so much. He's like one of the greatest
Yeah.
humans on earth.
He's the best.
He's so great.
Yeah.
So great. And Tony's, I feel real lucky to play with Tony. Sorry.
Yeah. Were you also in his band when he was singing and playing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember I saw him doing it a lot, but with Anton Fear.
Yeah.
But I know you're on the recordings.
I'm on one of the first recording.
Yeah.
And the second recording.
I wanted to play it. I love this recording so much, but he took it off the internet.
Yeah. Tony's so good.
Yeah.
And his when he was singing, it was amazing.
I know. It was my favorite thing in New York, and it made me change the whole way I'm singing and playing.
Yeah. There was, the very first, very, very, very first time was he played acoustic bass.
Really?
And that was amazing.
Really?
Because it was the same way he plays guitar,
Mm-hmm.
But it was with the bass. And
wow.
That was the very, very first time. Then he switched to guitar.
Yeah. Do you remember when he stopped doing it, or he just kind of stopped?
It only happened once, I think.
No, but stop doing the whole singing thing.
You'll have to ask Tony, but I think he was just wanted to move on to something else.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you're in New York. We're in 80s or 90s?
Well, it was the 80s and then in the 90s, yeah.
Yeah. New York was very different.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it was different.
In a good or bad way, or just different?
It was just different, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the scene is like now, but there were a lot of things you could do for free,
Like what?
There's lots of concerts, there was lots of concerts that you could go to and not have to pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
And, when I first came to New York, I was underage, so I couldn't go to I couldn't be in bars, So, but there are lots of, if you want to dig for it, there are lots of things, free concerts in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And, you can see Sonny Rollins play for free, or you could see, if you go to the museum or some art show, you could see, Cecil Taylor was doing a special show at this gallery.
Yeah.
It's just for, you have to kind of dig around to find those shows. They're not at the clubs necessarily, they're these special shows.
Yeah.
And there was certain clubs where you could just kind of see music, you didn't have to wasn't a cover charge,
Yeah.
55 bar,
Right.
It was a little casual place, and it was only $5 to get in, or something like that,
So you used to hang out way more?
I used to hang out all the time.
Really? So what do you do now?
Now, I'm just about to go on the road. So
all right. Who are you going on the road with?
I'm going on the road with Sexmob, and then after that, I'm going on another tour with Laurie Anderson, and Sexmob.
Wow.
Sexmob is with Laurie Anderson's, backing band.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Wow. I got to see the Laurie Anderson show.
Oh, it's incredible. It's so good. Laurie she's the greatest. She's just amazing. She's a super, super, super big inspiration.
Really? When are you playing in New York?
We're going to play Summer Stage this summer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll definitely be there.
Yeah.
Is she cool?
She's the coolest.
Wow.
She's just a real inspiration. Real inspiration. It's just, I feel
you never thought about bringing her to sing a Rose Thorn song?
She came to the last show.
Really? The one that I sang? No, the one at the Owl.
The one at the Owl that you weren't on. She loved it,
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
You should definitely have her do a song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holiday for Two.
A Holiday for Two.
Yeah.
But yeah, Laurie, I feel like I feel lucky to be alive and being in the same world that Laurie Anderson is.
Yeah.
Breathing the same air.
Okay, summer stage this summer. Can we talk a little? We don't have so much time today, but I want to talk about the instruments you make.
Okay.
You brought some?
No, I brought a couple.
Okay.
I brought
so you call it Wollesonics? Or like what?
Yeah, I built hundreds of instruments and hundreds, so they're all kind of different types. Yeah. There are some you use a crank and some are more percussive, some are like Foley-like, more like one-trick ponies that only make one sound. Then, that's percussion. So it's like I use it in studios and recording sessions. And so there are all kinds of different ones, like literally hundreds of instruments. So they're kind of uncategorized.
Categorized?
Yeah, they're uncategorizable. But so I call them, collectively, I call all the instruments Wollesonics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're just like my own handmade instruments are Wollesonics. But they're different, they're all different from each other.
Yeah. Explain a few to us.
Well, this one is a very simple one.
Yeah.
And it's just usually when you have a shaker.
Yeah.
Like a shaker, like.
Yeah.
There's usually there's little rocks or like BBs in a little thing, and you shake the can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I found this one. I didn't make this one, but this is a shaker, right?
Yeah.
And this is you can't see it, but this is a metal grapefruit juice can with some seed or something.
Yeah.
But I made this one. This is a Wollesonic instrument, and there's only one thing inside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Usually there's a lot to make the shaker sound, but this one only has one.
So let's see how it sounds. It's amazing. Wow.
It's kind of cool, right?
It's so good. I just went through something. Do you give them names or they're all just Wollesonics?
Some of them have names.
Like if you want to say, hey, bring me what is this one called?
I haven't named this one yet.
Okay.
But it's like this is, it's one rock inside of a can.
So cool.
It's a BB, actually.
Where do you keep all your instruments?
I keep all my stuff on a storage unit. I call my off-site facility.
Yeah. And like when you have a session that you need some of these, you'll just go there?
Yeah. That's where all my drums live.
Yeah.
So I go there a lot. And I have, my storage unit is bigger than my apartment.
Crazy.
It's big. I have lots of stuff. And the more I make, the more space I need.
Yeah. Do you have like shows of the Wollesonics?
The one of the reasons I started making all these instruments was for the thing I used to do that I haven't done in a long time, but I think maybe it was before I met you. But I used to do these things called Wollesonic massage.
Oh, yeah.
And it's basically, I used all the instruments that I built. Mm-hmm. And I got like 12 musicians to get together.
Yeah.
And we used to do this thing like every week at this gallery on the Bowery. And people would lie down on the ground, and the music would, unlike a regular concert where there's a stage and an audience, the musicians or the masseuses would move throughout the audience. The audience would just lie on the floor over the entire space. Mm-hmm. And then the musicians would kind of travel through the space.
Yeah.
You know, delivering sounds, because some of the sounds were very quiet and they would go straight, you know, they could only be heard unless it's right up against your ear.
Yeah.
So everybody is really essentially getting a very unique sound experience. Like even the musicians that are playing, they can't hear all the things that are happening.
Yeah.
Because people are moving around. So it's a very spatial kind of, and it's very quiet. You know, like I said, a lot of instruments I've built are quiet, you know, so there's a very kind of hypnotic, like, you know, mellow kind of vibe, but it's not like gongs and like tuning forks. It's more my own sounds.
Yeah.
Unusual sounds that are hard to identify.
So cool. I can see it in like every music festival. They have like these kind of experiences.
Yeah. The last one I did that was a big one was in the Knoxville Art Museum at the Big Ears Festival.
Wow. Yeah, I remember something.
It was a big museum, so there was 300 or 400 people lying down on the ground, and I brought a truckload of instruments down, and like.
And who are the people that are playing the instruments?
All my old friends. You know, all kinds of are all friends. They're all my buddies. Yeah.
Okay, quick questions because we have 2 minutes. Do you practice drums, or you just like show up to the gigs? Like, what do you still like go and have a practice session?
Well, I don't have a place to practice drums. So I don't practice that much. You know, I used to have a place where I could practice, but that is gone. And I would love to have a place where I could practice.
Really?
But right now, I don't have the space to do it. But I would love to practice.
Really?
Yeah, it'd be so much fun.
Okay. And tell me, so soon the music is out. So everyone look out for the next Rose Thorn first single from this record.
Yeah. The record's going to be called The Song of Rose Thorn.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
The Song of Rose Thorn.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think we're going to end the show with the album that we made together.
That's so fun.
With Tony Scher and Sullivan Fortner.
Great.
Do you remember anything from the recording?
That was a great recording session.
Yeah, it was
also,
so fun.
Also a great like moment where a lot of music just popped out.
Yeah.
Great session.
Totally.
I think that was the session where I really felt like, oh, maybe I don't know if I'd asked you about the Rose Thorn thing yet, but.
Oh, yeah. You haven't yet.
And I was like, wow, you are so good.
Wow.
Like,
that's nice.
So
it was a really special session.
It was a great session.
Yeah. So we're going to play the song from that record. And also we have a show with Sullivan too.
Cool.
Same band and at Joe's Pub on June 17th.
Fun.
So everyone should come. And then anything you want to say before we close?
Thank you so much, Dida.
Thank you so much for coming. You're the best.
You're the best.
And I can't wait to hear the songs from the Song of Rose Thorn.
It's so good. It's so good. You're gonna
gotta hear it. Really.